From zero to global, BTS's Jungkook harvests awards. There must be a figure of his parents behind him who always support him. No one expected that the once shy little boy in a corner of Busan City, who did not dare to look into the eyes of his own teacher, now stands as a global symbol of achievement, hard work, and sincerity. But what has never been widely reported by the media is that behind Jungkook's stiff smile on the Grammy stage, there is a soft voice from behind the phone that always asks one simple thing: have you eaten? Don't forget to get enough sleep. Yes, that was his mother's voice, and maybe the world knows him as the golden magne of BTS. But the world never really knew who Jungkook was when he closed the door to his own room. The world does not know who is quietly crying behind glamorous costumes and spotlights. The world only knows trophies. But the world does not know the long prayers of a mother from Busan who never sleeps well for fear that her son is too hard on himself. This is a story that has never been published by Big Hit. A story that will probably make some people surprised, even angry, that Jungkook's success is not the result of the system alone, not just because of the 12-hour-a-day training, not just because of the genetic golden voice, but because there is a mother who secretly always turns on the lights in the kitchen, just so Jungkook knows that he is not alone when he comes home late at night. You think he was born into a rich family? No. You think he was raised by the entertainment world since childhood? Wrong. You think he was strong from birth? It's a lie built by the industry to make you forget that Jungkook is actually just an ordinary boy who was forced to become extraordinary because he didn't want to disappoint his parents. And today, we're going to unpack it all, from the small stage in high school, from the rejection-filled first day of auditions in Seoul, from the nights without food due to saving on bus fare, to finally lifting the MTV Europe Music Awards trophy while clutching a small paper with a message from his mother. Remember, you are nobody without your heart. Prepare yourself, because after reading this, you may never see Jungkook the same way again, not just as a star, but as a child, as hope, as the long sacrifice of two parents who never appear on camera, but always present in the hearts of their children. Before the name BTS's Jungkook echoed across the Billboard arena, before dozens of world awards were pinned to his chest, and long before fans screamed hysterically at any airport he came to, there was one scene witnessed by only one person: his own mother. An ordinary woman who once sewed her own children's clothes because they could not afford a new school uniform. A mother who once hid tears behind the kitchen when she found out that her child refused to eat so that pocket money could be sent back home. The night before Jungkook left for Seoul to pursue a dream, there was no party, no hugs haru. There was only the sound of a vibrating spoon in the soup bowl and the stifling sobs of her mother trying to stay strong, even as her son's world was about to change forever. If you can't stand it, just go home. Yeah, you're still my son, even if you fail. That sentence is not from a play script. It was the last message before Jungkook got on the bus to Seoul for training. But the world does not want to know this story. The world is only interested in streaming numbers, on YouTube views, on Billboard charts. The world didn't care that the boy had to sleep on the exercise floor for a week because he didn't have a decent place to live. Little did the world know that when another trainee was picked up by their family car, Jungkook stood alone clutching an old cell phone that could only hold one voice message from his mother. I believe you can. Do you think all those trophies come by luck? Do you think he just needs to make a sound and the world immediately falls to its knees? No. There were nights where Jungkook hugged his knees and held back tears just from longing. Homesick. I miss her mother's voice. Miss eating simple dishes that she could never find in the dorm. Jungkook is not just building a career. He built a fortress inside himself, because from the age of 13, he knew that if he failed, all the hard work of his mother would be in vain. And not just his mother. His father, rarely mentioned in interviews, once said one piercing thing: "You're not a man if you're just great in front of people. You're a real man if you can stay humble when all the world praises you." That's why Jungkook is different. You can see 1,000 idols, but only one keeps his head down despite standing on the world's biggest stage. Only one remained to call her mother from the dressing room, even after receiving the American Music Awards award. Only one said, "Thank you, Yama," in Korean, despite speaking on an international stage full of global cameras. And here's what was not reported: that every time she brought home a trophy, she always kept it in the same place. Not in the living room, not in an expensive glass showcase, but in the restroom where she used to sleep with her brother, where she first dreamed. Because according to him, if this cup can't make mom happy, then this cup is useless. Do you still think that Jungkook is the result of the K-pop system alone? Or are you beginning to see that there is an invisible force behind all that glitters? The power of prayer, the power of blessing, the power of love from a parent who never demands anything, except that his child remains a good human being. As the world watched Jungkook's training video with millions of views, only his mother noticed how the boy was hiding the pain in his knee. While the world marveled at his dancing and stamina, only his father knew that his son had fainted in the bathroom from exhaustion. And here's a fact you should know: Jungkook never chased trophies. She just wanted her mother not to worry anymore. He just wanted his father to stop feeling guilty for not being able to spend more time with him in his childhood. That's why all the awards feel heavier in his hands. Because he knows, it's not just a symbol of success. It symbolizes the sacrifice of one family willing to bet everything for the sake of one child.